The chapter we're playing is True Feelings, and I believe the song that's playing right here is... Hope? It is Hope! Oh, okay. It is Hope. Episode 6, Chapter 3. True Feelings. Here we go. On Rokenjima, this day, or rather, this time around, was the same as any other. The typhoon would be coming very soon. The clouds hadn't yet grown thick, but they were moving quickly. To the guest house we go. Or was that the mansion? I can't tell. The only thing on Natsui's mind was the plan to cover up Kinzo's absence this year as well. Klaus appeared to have suffered a stomach ache from the stress and was resting in his room. Huh? Interesting. Kawabata! Hey, Kawabata! Jessica and Kumasawa had left in a boat to go shopping and greet the incoming relatives on Dijima. The servants had been busy since the early morning in preparation for the family conference, the greatest event of the year. Shannon and Kanon were getting the guest house ready.
親族の方々を止めるなら、お屋敷の客室で十分だろうね。
そうね。こっちのお掃除大変だもんね。でも、ゲストハウスのお掃除は好き。
奥様や他のムカつく使用人もいないから静かでいいもんね。
Shannon gave a non-committal smile as she performed a detailed examination of the guest room. Did we forget to clean anything? Do we need to restock anything? She diligently gave the room one final check over.
昨夜も入念に点検したじゃないか。姉さんは本当に豆だな。
こういう日に限って油断するといたずらされるの。いざって時、大切なものが見つからなかったり、閉めておいたはずのものが開いてたり。
姉さんはそそっかしいからね。よく確認しながら仕事をしないからだよ。
だから私と一緒に点検してくれてるんだよね。ありがとう。
別に感謝されることじゃないよ。姉さんがしっかりしてくれれば僕まで付き合わなくて済む。
本当は私と一緒にいたいんだよね。甘えん坊さんなんだから。
そんなんじゃないってば。姉さんは最近ジョージ様のことで浮かれてるみたいだからね。ミスが多そうで見てられないだけだよ。
カノン君、ちょっとおしゃべりしよっか。
ダメだよ、仕事中だよ。
私とジョージ様のことばかり茶化して、カノン君とジェシカ様はどうなの？
別に何もないよ。
That was a quick response.
そんなことよりちゃんと仕事は。
Ken was very obviously trying to change the subject. You can't get out of that quickly. So Shannon snuck up behind him and pushed him down on the bed, onto the bed. White Shadow.
お嬢様に一緒に親族の方々をお迎えに行こうって誘われたのに、どうして断ったの？
仕事がある。
嘘。仕事なんか何もないくせに。
Shannon and Kanon had switched roles. Normally, Kanon was the one in control, but when it came to romance, it was the opposite. As Shannon had said, Jessica and Kanon were supposed to have been the ones to go greet the relatives at the Nijima harbor. However, Kanon had suddenly claimed that he had work to do, so Kumasawa had gone instead. Kanon didn't have any work to do. Sorry, the light was a little dark. Shannon knew this.
お嬢様言ってた。文化祭の時のことがあってもやっぱりカノン君が好きだって。
僕は家具なのに。
You're more than furniture, Kanon. You're more than furniture.
そうだね。私も家具だね。
なのに姉さんは人間と恋をしてる。
And?
できるわけなんてないのに。
そうかな。そう決めつけてるから私たちは家具なんじゃないかな。
僕はジェシカお嬢様のことを何とも思ってない。お仕えする後宮家のご令嬢だとしか思ってない。
本当に？
本当さ。何？
私ね、ひょっとすると今夜ジョージ様に求婚されるかもしれない。
Shannon wore an incredibly peaceful smile on her face. But Kanon could tell that there was no way she'd let him change the subject. Kanon realized that she must have made him help out. Kanon realized that she must have made him help out. One more time. This is a really long sentence. Kanon realized that she must have made him help out here in the guest house in order to talk to him about this. And he clicked his tongue softly.
家具のくせに人間と結婚なんかできるつもりなの？
I tried clicking my tongue softly, but it's a lot harder than you think.
できると思う。
無理だね。
どうして？
ジョージ様の描く未来の夢を姉さんは叶えられない。
それは。
僕たちは人間じゃない。それに劣る家具。ジョージ様は姉さんを人間だと思い込んでるだけ。
それはそうかもしれないけど。
今日までよく騙し通してこれたものだと思うよ。そうやっていつまでジョージ様を騙し通せるつもりなの？自分が家具であることを未だに話せない姉さんが。
家具とか人間とかそんなの関係ない。ジョージ様は私の全てを受け止めてくれると思うの。
それを確かめる勇気もないくせに。
私ね、求婚受けてみようと思うの。
I like how the music suddenly stopped right before she said that. I like how the music suddenly stopped right before she said, I'm planning on saying yes. As Shannon looked up at the ceiling, she spoke of the imagined future that she and George would create. Though some anxiety over the future appeared on her face, so did joy from discovering what it was like to live with love. As Kanon watched this vivid dream he was being shown, he knew that none of his words would reach Shannon anymore.
好きにしたらいいよ。姉さんは一度言い出したらどこまでも頑固だから。
私の生きたいように生きてみたい。もう家具だからとか人間だからとかそういうのに怯えるのはやめようと思うの。
Ken walked over to the window silently. He saw the rose garden filled with boring, gray flowers in bloom. He understood that Shannon was acting above her place, and he knew that her tale had no chance of a happy ending. However, he also knew that now Shannon had made her decision. No words of his could change her mind.
なら、僕が言えることなんて何もないよ。やめろと言っても姉さんは聞かない。好きにすればと言えば好きにする。なんで僕にそんな話をするのさ。僕の答えなんて姉さんは何も求めてないじゃないか。
私が知りたいのはカノン君のお嬢様への気持ちなの。
僕は姉さんたちとは何の関係もないよ。
Blue Butterfly.
カノン君は本当にお嬢様のことは何とも思っていないの？
思ってないって何度も言ってるよ。
嘘？
どうして嘘だってわかるの？
わかるもん。姉さんだもん。
わからないよ。僕の気持ちなんて。
わかるよ。カノン君のことなら私は何でもわかる。
本当にわかってるならどうして聞くんだよ。姉さんはジョージ様のことでもう胸も頭もいっぱいじゃないか。そして僕もそんな一途な姉さんが大好きなんだ。だから僕なりに応援してるんじゃないか。そうでなかったら僕だってお嬢様を好きになりたかった。
Kanon finally turned to face her, honestly, and openly telling her his real emotions. That was what Shannon had wanted to hear. And having heard it, she closed in even further on Kanon's true feelings.
そんな言い方じゃダメ。許さない。
じゃあどうすればいいんだよ。なんて言えばいいんだよ。
好きになりたかったなんて言い方でごまかさないで。カノン君の素直な気持ちをそのまま口にすればいいの。
僕には眩しすぎるんだよ、お嬢様が。太陽のようで生き様が眩しすぎて、そんなお嬢様が好きなんだ。そんなお嬢様に手を差し伸べられて共に歩こうと言ってもらえて嬉しかった。嬉しいんだ。
好きなんだよね。
ああ、好きさ。お嬢様が大好きだ。
Finally, Kanon confessed his feelings in their entirety. In fact, by saying it aloud, he finally understood how he truly felt. As passionate tears welled up in his eyes, Kanon finally accepted it. He couldn't stop the tears from dripping down his face.
お嬢様も僕もこの島に閉じ込められて何の希望もなく生きてるのは全く同じだった。なのにお嬢様は自らの道を自ら照らし、自らの足で運命を切り開くんだ。それが眩しくて羨ましくて、お嬢様と一緒にならこんなみすぼらしい自分じゃない別な本当と自分を見つけられそうな気がして。
Oh man. Oh man.
お嬢様の告白を拒絶して悲しかった。
悲しかった。自分につく嘘がこんなにも辛くて悔しくて悲しいなんて知らなかった。そして僕のそんな嘘がお嬢様を傷つけたのがたまらなく許せなかった。そんな自分にもう二度と恋をする資格なんてないと思ってた。
あるよ。恋の資格はね、自分だけが与えられるの。家具だからダメとかそんなの関係ない。ダメ って自分で決めたらもうダメなの。決めつけちゃダメ。だから私は与えたよ、この身の程知らずな家具の身に恋の資格を。だからカノン君にだってあるよ。
恋をする資格が。
うん。あなたにあげられないなら私があげる。
ありがとう。僕はやっと海が見られる気がする。
Alright, this is a beautiful scene. But wow, this happened really fast in this episode. This happened really fast into this episode, but I'm really happy the scene's happening now. Like, maybe the pacing of the scene happened really fast, but I don't care. This is an amazing scene with Kanon. This is an amazing scene with Kanon. Oh my god.
きっとジョージ様は今夜私に求婚すると思う。求婚を私は受けてこの島を出てジョージ様と新しい天地で新しい生活をするつもり。
それが姉さんの選んだ道だというなら僕に何も言えるわけがない。
この島を出て、そしてこの島へは二度と帰らない。カノン君とはお別れになる。
そうだね。僕たちはお別れだね。
もしカノン君が心の底からお嬢様を愛していて、それが私のジョージさんへの思いと同じかそれ以上だと言えるなら、私はあなたと決着をつけなきゃならない。
姉さん。
それがお互いのため。カノン君の思いを私を理由に諦めないで。
僕のわがままが姉さんの幸せを傷つけるかもしれないのに。
私も自覚してるよ。私の幸せがカノン君を傷つけることを。
Oh. Okay. Their lines right here are insinuating that my theory of them being the same person might be very close. I don't want to make the assumption right here and now, but their lines right here, yeah, they definitely could be interpreted in many ways, and I can see where it could be interpreted that they're the same person, because if Shannon is with George, Kanon cannot be with Jessica. If Kanon's with Jessica, Shannon cannot be with George. I think this game, if I'm correct about them being the same person, I think this game will explore that internal battle. Oh man. If I'm right, of course. We have no choice but to hurt each other. As she said this, Kanon turned her back to Kanon. As Kanon watched Shannon from behind, he was struck by her strength, and the sisterly love she showed in still thinking of him, despite everything.
姉さん、僕は姉さんと一緒で
私もだよ。
Oh my god. I cut off Kanon with the last word of Kanon I cut off in this very important scene. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
君がいてくれたから今日まで頑張れた。だからジョージさんとも出会えた。
僕も姉さんが教えてくれたからお嬢様の眩しさに気がつけた。
私は自分の思いを曲げない。その気持ちだけを見つめて他を無視して 君の心を踏みにじることから目をそらさない。
僕も姉さんを理由に自分の気持ちをもう偽らない。
私の恋が実っても君の恋が実っても私たちは互いを祝福しよう。
約束する。そして僕が勝ったらお嬢様を愛し姉さんを大切にする。
ありがとう。でも私が勝ったら君と島を忘れてここを永遠に出ていく。
勝ったら自分の恋に全力を。たとえそれが報われない恋だと知っていても。
私たちはだってもう
核じゃ
ない。
And the boat has landed. Oh man. Yeah? I think right here in this answer arc, we're getting right to the point Balor's trying to show. He knows the truth. And if the truth is what I've been saying since a few videos ago, Balor's definitely being right on the nose with this. He's being right on the nose. And I have to say, man, I just wish that they're happy. I just wish for happiness for them. But can anyone truly be happy? Because the events of October 4th and October 5th are about to begin. No one will come out of Rokujima happy, whether they were on the island or not. I wish everyone could be happy, but this is not that kind of story. The boat carrying their relatives docked at Rokujima's parlor. Parlor? The boat carrying the relatives docked at Rokujima's harbor. They left the boat one by one, making fun of Balor. Far. Goto wasn't the only one to greet them. Ken was there too.
皆様、ご無沙汰をしております。六軒島へようこそいらっしゃいました。
長旅お疲れ様でした。六軒島へようこそ。
そうそう、お上手ですよ。
Goto complimented Kanon in a whisper. This is like a contrast to his introduction in episode 1. Interesting. Ken ignored this, looking just a little sour, and continued to greet the incoming relatives.
バトラ君はゴーダさんもカノン君も初めてだよね。
マリアもバトラ初めて。
ゴーダさんは凄腕のシェフでいらっしゃるんだぜ。
Some might say that he's magical.
この島に来る唯一の楽しみさ。
光栄でございます。バトラ様、どうか滞在中のお食事はご期待いただければ幸いです。
そりゃ楽しみだぜ。よろしく。
カノン君もお久しぶりね。今日は元気そうね。よかった。
そうでしょうか。
そうね。顔色が悪くないわ。血色がいいというか、目つきが凛々しくなったというか。
成長期なんだろ。そうして少年は大人になってくんだな。
普段のあんたは今にも貧血で倒れちゃいそうな顔ばっかしてるのに、今日は少し違うわ。
正気があるんや。男子は3日あれや成長するもんなんやで。 カノン君も少しずつたくましくなってるっちゅうことやな。
からかわれてないわよ。みんな褒めてるのよ。
Kanon had sworn that starting today, he would start changing the way he lived bit by bit. However, he had only meant to change within himself, and hadn't expected that it would show on the outside. He was a bit shocked to hear that his expression had changed so much, that people had apparently noticed as soon as he opened his mouth. No. Maybe the real surprise should have been that his normal expression looked so incredibly sullen in comparison. Goda led the way up to the guest house. Kanon brought up the rear, helping to carry some of Kurosawa's shopping.
僕、今日はそんなにも顔色がいいでしょうか。
私にもそう見えますよ。何かいいことありました？
Even Kurosawa was saying it. Kanon, unable to see what his own face looks like, hung his head in embarrassment. When they reached the rose garden, they could see the others entering the guest house. Then he saw Jessica running towards them from there. Is even Milady Jessica going to say that I'm in a good mood today? Kanon hung his head even deeper. And so, almost as though he couldn't control himself, Kanon spoke first.
僕はそんなにも違うんですか？
White Shadow.
Ah. ほら、カノン君ってさ、積極的に挨拶とかする性分じゃないでしょ。だからみんな珍しいと思ったんじゃないかな。
Oh my god, it's been forever since I've, it's been forever since we have a scene with Jessica. It's been forever that we had a scene with Jessica. I'm gonna point this out now. It's been a fucking long time since we had a scene with Jessica.
先ほどはお嬢様にご同行できなくて申し訳ありませんでした。
いいよいいよ。こっちこそ新島まで迎えに行くから付き合ってなんてくだらないことに誘ってごめん。カノン君だって今日の仕事いっぱいあるだろうし。
仕事は特にありませんでした。お嬢様が眩しすぎて一緒にいることに耐えられないほど僕が弱かったからです。
Jessica faltered, uncertain what Kanon was talking about. However, she realized that this was something too important to be laughed off.
何かあったの？カノン君。
シャノンが結婚するって。
そっか。やっぱりジョージ兄さん、今回でプロポーズするんだね。
Jessica thought that this change in Kanon's appearance was probably caused by a change in his state of mind. She thought he was sad that he and Shannon would soon be parting ways. Kanon realized that Jessica was probably thinking this. So, he spoke to her clearly and honestly. Because he wanted her to know.
僕は姉さんがここを辞めることがあったとき、自分も辞めると決めていました。
知ってるよ。じゃあカノン君も辞めちゃうの？
今はわからなくなりました。辞めたらお嬢様という太陽が照らしてくれた何かを また見失ってしまいそうだから。
Jessica was stunned, unable to understand what he was saying. However, she did realize that he was trying to tell her something important. And so, she was able to accept that his next words were neither a lie nor a joke.
僕はジェシカお嬢様のことが
Blue Butterfly. Sorry for interrupting. The song that's playing right now is Blue Butterfly. Oh man. Okay, the setup, this is probably the setup about his story. He's not jumping to conclusions right away. No, he's setting up his story right here. Oh, this is interesting. If I interpret this as the setup about his story, I'm very curious to see where he goes with this. I'm very curious.
私もだよ。
あなたの太陽のごとき生き方を僕も一緒に歩んでみたい。あなたとなら家具と蔑んだ自分から決別できるかもしれない気がする。
カノン君は家具じゃない。そして使用人になるために生まれてきたのでもない。年頃の男の子としてもっともっと人生を楽しんでいいはずなんだよ。私も眩しいや。カノン君が眩しくて目が見られない。
これが偽らざる僕の気持ちです。それを今までごまかしてきてすみませんでした。
Oh, wow. The colors in the background. Oh my god. Has the Rose Garden always looked this bright and cheery? Despite how there's still clouds looming from the incoming typhoon? Oh my gosh, I really like the colors of the background. Maybe I'm seeing the colors of the background differently because of how, bright the scene is and how, the scene is actually making me a little bit happy because I'm really happy that Kanon's finally saying it! After 90 episodes, he finally confessed his feelings to Jessica! Oh my gosh, maybe that's why I see the background differently. Like, I see it as a lot more brighter than before. Or maybe it's been a long time since I see the Rose Garden being, not in a thunderstorm. Why couldn't this have, happened on, not on a game board where murders happen? Man, why did murders have to happen on this game board? This is such a interesting world, and I just wish that, Kanon and Shannon, in their ways, can find a sort of happiness. I'm not gonna say who I'm rooting for or who I'm not. That's not the question here. I think the thing we're trying to see is how devoted Kanon and Shannon are for the ones they love. So I won't be rooting for any one of them. I'll be rooting for their happiness. But this is Broken Jima on October 4th and 5th. I'm on that battle I'm gonna lose because I'm rooting for happiness. And the tidal wave called the Rokujima Murder Incident is gonna hit me hard. But you know what? I can at least have some hope. Without love, it cannot be seen.
僕の臆病さがお嬢様を傷つけたあの日をお詫びします。
いいよ。その言葉だけで私は嬉しい。
だから僕はお嬢様といつまでも一緒にいるために家具をやめようと思います。僕にそのための時間をください。最後にその弱さを許してください。
弱さなんてとんでもない。カノン君は見せてくれたよ。今までの自分と決別したいっていうとびきりの勇気を。だから私は応援したいし、せかさずいつまでも待つよ。私が太陽になって君の道を照らせるなら、私だって君という人がいてくれたから誰よりも眩しく輝いて 君の瞳に私だけを映したいと思った。君がいなかったら私だって太陽になんてなれなかった。だから待つよ、ずっと。
ありがとう、お嬢様。
お嬢様はもう嫌だな。
名前で呼んでもいいんですか？
Absolutely.
二人きりの時だけね。じゃないとカノン君に迷惑をかけるかもしれないし。
そうですね。
He's smiling. Oh my god, he's smiling.
姉さんたちもそうしてるらしいし。
シャノンが婚約するって話にならなかったら、こういうことは言ってくれなかった？
Kanon hung his head, at a loss for words for some time. But it was true. If Shannon hadn't told him about the engagement, he probably wouldn't have been having this conversation at this moment.
はい。だからこそ真剣に考えることができました。
White Shadow.
そんなこと言っちゃって。
I thought something bad was gonna happen, I'm sorry. I thought something bad was gonna happen for a second there because the music stopped. Alright. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen here still.
シャノンの話を聞いてて恋がしてみたくなっちゃった？
はい。
素直だな。まあ私もシャノンたちを見てて羨ましいなと思って。
In truth, the real reason was different for both of them. They had been shown the courage that was needed to confess to the one they loved. This was the reason for both Kanon and Jessica.
僕は何とお呼びすれば？
You should know. You should know. Well, let Jessica say.
ジェシカがいいな。
呼びつけは照れます。
じゃあさん付けでもいいから最初は言ってみて。ほらほら。
ジェシカさん。
今はそれでいい。だから私もカノン君のことを名前で呼びたい。カノンじゃなくて本当の名前があるんでしょ？きっとカノンの「カ」が含まれた名前だと思うな。なんだろう。
Oh yeah! We never did figure out Kanon's name. I think this is the moment where we'll figure out, you know, some more things of what I've been theorizing. This might be the point where my theory may or may not be confirmed or not. Maybe. A Ka in it.
ヨシアと言います。
Oh! Yoshia. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong about my theory, but maybe I'm not? Yoshia. I mean, their comments earlier... Oh no, I went too hard with this theory, now I'm questioning it. I mean, their comments earlier made it sound like they're the same person from my theory, but I might be wrong though. Or maybe I was just relying too much on the thing about names, yeah. Maybe I was thinking too much about names. Yoshia. Yoshia. And what was Shannon's real name again? I think they said it once. It was Sayu. Sayu. Yeah, Sayu. Yeah, I don't know if my theory's right anymore or not, I'm sorry. I jumped right onto it way too quickly. I'm just gonna be quiet now. Because it may be what's going on here. It may also not be what's going on here. I can't tell at this point. I think, yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Even if Kanon and Shannon are the same person, like my theory had said, this would be way too soon for, you know, that sort of hint to be given out in Balor's game. So that would make sense. He would not have, you know, Kanon say the same name that Shannon said. Maybe. I don't know. I'm questioning that theory. Like, I was relying way too much on Kanon's real name for that theory, so I can't tell anymore. What was Sayo's kanji? What was the kanji of Sayo? That could be a hint, if they have the same kanji. I want to look that up, but I think that might be a spoiler if I look that up. Shit, I forgot what the kanji was. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let this game play out. Whether or not my theory is correct or not, I don't care at this point. I just want to see how the story plays out. I want to see how Balor's game plays out.
どういう字?
Jessica tried tracing out various characters on the palm of her hand. Then, Kanon used his own finger to write out his name on her hand.
これでヨシアと読みます。
ヨシアくんか。いい名前だね。私の変な名前と違って素敵だと思うよ。
そんなことありません。お嬢様のジェシカって名前だって。
あ、それもう一回言って。
え？
He said her name.
お嬢様のジェシカって。
もう一回。
お嬢様のジェシカって名前だって。その何か。
なんでもないよ。ありがとう。ヨシアくん。
You know what? No, I just thought of an idea. Okay, no, this is really getting to me. Okay, so I figured out a way I could look at the kanji of Sayo without finding any spoilers. I figured it out. Wiktionary, if that works. Would Wiktionary actually let this happen? No, the kanjis are different. Well, there's multiple different forms of kanji, but you know, this is a good attempt. This could... I forgot the kanji that they said. Oh my god, this is good. This is gonna really get to me. This is really gonna get to me. I'm sorry. This is really gonna get to me. I'm gonna look at the previous chapter. I'm gonna see the kanjis. I'm gonna check the kanjis. Oh, fuck. I forgot what Yoshia's kanji was. You know what? Okay, once I get back to this episode, I'm gonna relook at the kanji for Yoshia. But first off, I'm gonna go back to episode 2, where they first say Shannon's name. Somewhere they said her name. I think it was here, right? Where they said Sayo? Hold on. Yes, it was around here. I have named Sayo. Oh, no, did they not show the kanji for Sayo? No. Did they not show the kanji? Oh, shit. Oh, no, they didn't show... They're not showing the kanji for Sayo. Shit. They never showed the kanji for Sayo. They didn't show the kanji. Oh my gosh. I mean, that would be a dead giveaway. Yeah, you know what? I can understand. That would be a dead giveaway. Okay, I understand why they didn't reveal the kanji for Sayo right from the beginning, because that would have been a dead giveaway. The red flowers of the rose garden seemed to celebrate the two lovers whose feelings had finally connected. The scene was watched by one, not human, who gazed out quietly from beneath the rose garden arbor. Beatrice. Fortitude. Oh! Oh, it's the Peace Beato. Come to think of it, those two had never called each other by their names until now. Jessica hadn't known Kanon's true name. Kanon hadn't called Jessica by her name. By calling someone by their name, people acknowledge the worth of that person's soul. That is why names are sacred. Receiving permission to speak one means that your soul has been acknowledged.
だから、お父様は名前を呼んでほしいと?
No, that's probably wrong. When Father sees me, it reminds him of that other me, the past me. And I'm sure that me called Father by his name. However, that probably doesn't mean Father would be happy to hear me call him by his name. After all, I am me, and not the Beatrice my father knows well. What can I do to help Father? How can I be useful to him? That's the only reason I was born. Hanging her head, Beatrice sat all alone in the Goldlands Arbor that was next to the Rose Garden. That seat, oh my god, come fucking on! Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot that they were watching. I forgot that they were watching. This scene was watched by the Witcher Theater going and Umineko as they sat across from each other. I forgot that they were watching. Oh boy.
かわいそうな子ね。
Distant.
そなたがベアトに同情するとは思わなかった。
このベアトをかつてのベアトと同一人物と呼ぶのは酷な話だわ。
You're right.
これは全くの別人じゃない。
It may be that, by the rules, this Beato is the Beato. However, saying that would be horribly unfair to her.
かつての好敵視を蘇らせてこれでは、バトラも気がめいろうというもの。
お兄ちゃんの絶望も少しはわかる。でも、この子の気持ちもわかるの。人は決して誰かの身代わりにはなれない。それがたとえかつての自分であってもね。
Compared to the young boy and girl who had found new versions of themselves and called each other by their true names, this witch looked very feeble. The witch knew that she was an illusion created in the image of the person she once was. And she also knew that it would only hurt Bowler to try and pretend to be that person.
それでもこのベアトはバトラの役に立ちたいと思っている。けなげな話だ。
それがベアトリーチェという魔女の意味なの？
彼女はそうだと自称している。自分はバトラの役に立つために生まれてきたと。
お兄ちゃんのために生まれてきたベアトがやがては連続殺人を犯し、お兄ちゃんに永遠の拷問と称しておかしなゲームに引きずり込む。意味わかんないわ。
1000年を経れば人は別人にもなり得るとそなたも理解しているはず。
At the very least, Beatrice was once a pure creature who was born for Balor's sake. It is also very clear that, in her current feeble state, she does not possess any of the courage or the motivation needed to bring about those horrifying serial murders. If so, that means the sinister witch we all know must have changed during the 1,000 years since her birth.
1000年とか偉そうな単語がよく出てくるけど、魔女の世界ではどうも長い月日を示す別称として使われてる気がするわ。
Oh?
神の世界に近づけば近づくほどに時間の概念は曖昧になる。6年も1000年となるし、 1000年がほんの一眠りにもなる。
Oh. I was thinking that, but I was not gonna say it out loud in case, that was wrong, but they said it for me. Holy shit.
ほんの2週間の月日でさえも、100年の魔女を名乗るにふさわしい永遠となり得るのだ。
Dang. 1,000 years. That'd be, hold on, 2 weeks is 100 years. Let me do math real quick. 1,000 divided by 2 weeks. 1,000 years divided by 2 weeks. 100 years, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That would be about 20 weeks. The math doesn't add up, but I'm not gonna complain. In other words, the pure Beato transformed into the cruel Beato. During those 6 years, that could be called 1,000. So, does that mean something bad happened during those 6 years that made her hate Oni-chan?
納得いかないわ。その6年間、お兄ちゃんは六軒島はおろか、後ろ宮家の席から抜けてさえいるのよ。その変化にお兄ちゃんは何の関係もない。全くの逆恨みだわ。
Are you sure about that, AG? Oh? Oh, that's interesting.
おや、こちらにおいででしたか。
I forgot. Since Valor's the game master now, we now have Meta Kumasawa and Meta Genji. I forgot. So that's Valor's furniture that's assisting him. Kumasawa and Genji. Very creative, man. Great, very creative.
お紅茶でもお入れしましょうか。
Or throughout this game. Oh, wait a second! Beatrice was... oh my god, I just realized. Ronove's representation of Genji, and Vergilia's representation of Kumasawa, Beatrice was just reset. This is before she started forming Vergilia and Ronove, because Beatrice is what keeps the game's rules going. She's been reset, so the people who, she saw in her head as Ronove and Vergilia are right now their original forms that they were based off of. Genji and Kumasawa.
熊沢さん。
Yep, I have a feeling that's what's going on here.
知りたいことがあります。
はいはい、何でしょうか。
私はベアトリーチェという名前なんですよね。
そうですとも。お嬢様はベアトリーチェ様でございますとも。
でも、お父様が口にするベアトリーチェという人物は私のことではありません。
The song that's playing right now is Mystic Forest.
それは。
お父様は私にその人であってほしかったように思います。だから私がその人にどれほど似ていても別の人間なので失望されたのではないでしょうか。
Holy shit! I don't know why, but as soon as I drank the water, I had another realization. It's like the water put an idea in my head. Hold on. Let's think about this for a second. Balor's upset that he's not getting the Beatrice he remembers. Hold on. Balor's upset that he's not getting the Beatrice he expected. This could have a lot of parallels to a certain someone else who really, really loves Beatrice. Oh my god, he was dead from the beginning. He's already listed as dead. He's already grayed out. Holy shit. Let me read his character sheet before I go on with my tangent. What the hell? Ushimiya Kenzo. the aged head of the Ushiyamiya family. He has already passed away, but Klaus, in Natsui's long-term illusion, is making it look as though he was still alive. Therefore, there is no longer any need to include him in the number of people on the island. Without him, the number of people on the island drops from 18 to 17. However, the number returns to 18 after welcoming in the guest known as Erika. Oh my god, so anyways. Kenzo had a Beatrice of himself, but when someone was younger, she inadvertently caused death of the original Beatrice. And around the same time, they never clarified who's in the mansion, and Klaus is probably considerably much older than Rosa. And maybe around the time, let's just say that was around the time where Natsui was having troubles in, bearing a child for Klaus to, succeed after. I meant before. Wait. To succeed after Klaus. That's what I meant to say. Once if around the time of, Beatrice's death, the mistress Beatrice, that's when Kenzo got a baby. The caller from 19 years ago. And Q, back to the witch side, Q, you can interpret that person as a new Beatrice. This could have parallel. Balor had lost his own Beatrice, like Kenzo had. Once if Kenzo was upset with the new Beatrice after the original, like Balor had himself. Oh man, you really became your own grandpa. You really became Kenzo, Balor. You basically became Kenzo on us.
そんなことはございませんよ。お嬢様はお嬢様、ベアトリーチェ様ご自身ですとも。新しくお生まれ変わりになるとき、以前の記憶を失ってしまっただけでございますよ。たとえ記憶をなくされようとも、お嬢様はベアトリーチェ様。親方様の愛されるお方と同一人物でございますとも。
その記憶というのはどうやれば取り戻すことができますか？
それは。
Beato looked at Kumasawa with hopeful eyes, as though praying that she would tell her the way. Kumasawa averted her gaze unhelpfully, as though trying to say that she would if only such a way existed.
取り戻すことができないなら、せめてお父様の愛したベアトリーチェがどのような人物であったかを教えてください。
それならお話はできますけれど。
私はお父様のために生まれてきました。だからお父様の望む黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェになりたいんです。
ベアトリーチェ様。
私に魔法は使えません。でもお父様の望む魔女が使えるならそれを学びましょう。私はお父様の望む魔女になります。それがお父様に産んでもらったことへの私が示せる唯一のご恩返しです。
けなげじゃない。1000年を間違えなきゃ最高にいい子だわ。
魔女のヒナ、なかなか面白きかな。気に入ったぞ、エンジェ。そのヒナの娘に我が諸子を許すがいい。
What?
魔女の世界へ帰る扉を開いてやるがよかろうぞ。
Wait, are they gonna let her in?
彼女自身にかつての彼女の物語を朗読させようというわけね。なるほど。 私も知りたいわ。黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェを作る物語。
Melody, instrumental version.
いいでしょう。あなたが望むならば、扉を再び開きましょう。
熊沢さん。
A spray of gold welled up around them. It was a cloud of gold butterflies. Virgilia! With a golden flash, the form of the old lady transformed into that of a witch in a dress.
あなたの進むべき道はあなたが決めなさい。それはおそらくバラの道。美しく咲き誇ったバラがあなたを祝福するかもしれないし、その棘であなたを苛むかもしれない。しかしそれでもあなたがいつかたどった道、その結果同じ1000年を経てもいい、異なる1000年を経てもいい、望むなら道を引き返してもいい。
進みます。私はこの庭で1000年お茶を飲んでいるだけで過ごしたくないんです。お父様のためにこのベアトリーチェは生まれてきました。だからお父様のために生きようと思います。教えてください、黄金の魔女。
Wait, are we gonna learn about the Beatrice we followed in the previous games, or are we gonna learn about the Mistress Beatrice? That's a really good question. Are we gonna learn about the Mistress Beatrice or the Witch Beatrice? Huh. Interesting. The Great Witch spread her arms, communicating Beatrice's unbending determination to the brilliant heavens. At that moment, a brilliant light covered the two of them. And before they knew it, they were in a strange study. Say hello to Featherine and Angie. Look back! There sat the great old witch, who was the master of these archives, along with her Miko. Virgilia gave a deep and elegant bow.
拝謁、至極光栄に存じます。尊厳なる感激と戯曲と傍観の魔女、フェザリーヌ・アウグストゥス・アウローラ卿。面を上げよ、人の子よ。その娘にしばしの間我が諸子を自由に閲覧する資格を与えようぞ。我が巫女エンジェ、その方に世話を命ず。
はいはい、お任せを、我が主。素直にそなたの物語が見たいと言えばいいのに。
感激の魔女の巫女よ、ベアトリーチェをお預けします。
よろしくお願いします。
あんたのなろうとしているベアトリーチェは彼女なりに何かを苦しんでいたわ。少なくとも今のあなたはその何かから解き放たれている。自らその枷を取り戻すために旅に出るの。
はい、私は黄金の魔女になりたいんです。それが私の生まれてきた理由です。
彼女の煉獄を巡る旅が快適であるよう、そして保護が与えられるよう、無限と有限の魔女プブリウス・ワルギリア・マロの名において要請します。
Is that Virgilia's full name? Publius Virgilia Maro. Publius Virgilia Maro. I like that. I actually like that.
感激の魔女の巫女にして、無限の魔女、反言の魔女見習い。エンジェ・ベアトリーチェの名において、了承する者なりやと、立てまつったり踏んだり蹴ったり。
Featherine snorted.
あなたも、ベアトリーチェという名を？
ええ。あなたのことは、よく知ってるわ。
教えてください。私がどんな私だったのか。
ええ。だから教えて。あなたがどうしてあなたになったのか。
Interesting.
この書庫にはこれまでのそなたのゲームの物語のかけらがすべて書物として収められている。それを読むことでそなたはこれまで何があったかのすべてを知ることができるだろ
う。それを読めば私は黄金の魔女になれますか？
Absolutely.
黄金の魔女を継承するには黄金の碑文を解かねばならぬ。そしてその試練はたとえベアトリーチェ本人だとしても免れることは許されぬ。
頑張ります。ですから私に書庫の本を読ませてください。
本当にけなげだわ。わざわざあんなのになんで戻りたがるんだか。
その私がどんな自分だかは知りません。でもその自分がお父様のお役に立てるなら私はそれになりたいです。
Angie sighed resignedly. She had no words with which to stop this girl from following her noble sense of purpose. After all, Angie was the Miko of the Witch of Theater Going. She could do nothing except watch over the stage. Yes, they weren't actually interfering with the play. This was just a bit of directing to shine the spotlight onto the tale of Beato's past. Even this was nothing more than the Witch of Theater Going watching a play. Nothing more.
読めばそなたはかつてのベアトリーチェがどのような人物だったかを知るだろう。
Let me reread that line. I'm sorry. Let me reread that line. Even this was nothing more than the Witch of Theater Going watching a play. I really flubbed that line. I apologize. If you read, you will learn what kind of person the old Beatrice was.
しかし、そこから何を得られるかはそなたが決めるがよい。書庫にとどまるも自由、立ち去るも自由、再び戻ることさえも自由だ。その対価として私はそなたを感激する。
感激とは？
要するに好きにしていいって意味よ。
ありがとうございます。青木さん、
フェザリーヌって呼ぶと喜ぶわよ。
ありがとうございます。フェザリーヌ様。
After being welcomed in by Featherine, Beato set out on a journey to discover herself. That tale connected the old tale with the new one. It wove them together. Interesting. The 1,000-year-old tale about her returned to its starting point, becoming a snake eating its own tail. The ring of that snake began slowly, bit by bit, to turn into the shape of a small island floating on the sea. That island was Wokenjima. The 1,000 years of the witch born on this island were tied to the island. Was it 1,000 years? or just 6? Or did this tale start even further back into the past? Beatrice went out on a journey to find herself. Oh man, I'm looking forward to seeing more about Beatrice. Oh, are we going to the beginning? The wind had been strengthening since a while back. Wait, is this the present or is this in the past with Beatrice? The breaking waves had grown fierce. The ferry boats probably wouldn't be coming for a while now. The crashing thunder told that the island had been sealed off from the outside world. This is the game board. We're back in the present. Okay. So, the mystery is about to begin, isn't it? A thick rain poured down, mocking the fools outdoors who had to rush pathetically to find shelter. No longer would anyone be able to leave this island. And no longer would anyone be able to reach this island. No one, unless blessed with a miracle. Guess who's coming? There was another flash of lightning. The retinas of all who saw it were filled with white. Patchwork Samara. As that white faded away, an eerie silhouette pulled itself up at the raging water's edge. As though suddenly remembering, it caught violently several times, filthily spitting out the sea water that had filled its stomach. And then, tearing apart the Velcro of her life jacket, she cast out the reason she had been able to float here without so much as a thank you. Guess who's arrived?
いつも変わらぬ嵐での艦隊、実にグッドです。さあ、楽しませてもらいますよ、バトラさん。
Indeed we are! This is where the chapter ends, isn't it? Umineko no Nakukori ni Chiru, Nocturne of Truth and Illusions. Erika has arrived. The annoying guest. Oh man, and Furudo Erika has appeared. Furudo Erika has arrived. She has entered the game board. Furudo Erika. We'll be looking more into you next time, because that's all I have for this time. Oh my god. You know what? There's so many things in this game that I want to see. I want to see more of Kanon and Shannon's storylines and their quest for love. I also want to see more of, Beatrice's quest to find herself. And, her original's life story, looking more into who Balor wants them to become. I also await for the hijinks that Erika's going to be doing. Hijinks that led to the prologue scene of the wedding. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I am so freaking excited. I'm really excited.
Okay.